I've been getting quite a few text messages here over the last few minutes of people trying to do test corrections. This is a good lesson, and please don't wait till the last minute. These are, of course, due by tomorrow at 3:30. So I want to show you guys, I'm doing this both for environmental science and physics. You guys are both doing these on the same day, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm going to go through with first for the test corrections, right? The link to the form on the environmental side is right over here. Okay, and then on the physics side, yours is right here. Okay, it'll say on there test corrections, so you could just go to Control F and just do test corrections. Okay, and so of course due by November 20th, that's tomorrow, and you can click on the form below. Okay, and so same way with environmental science, you would click on the link. And so if you've already started it, it'll say on here, edit your response, right? If you've not started one of these yet, you'll have to put in your name and everything else. And so when you come back, it'll say edit your response. Okay, and so I'm going to put mine on here. I'm just going to put mine as key. Okay, because as I go through and I check to see if your answers are right, I'm going to use a key that I create. Okay, so you'll put on here period 5 or 6. And the same way, if you guys are doing this, of course, for environmental science, you'd go here. Okay, and I'll say edit your response. Okay, and so you click on that one, right? And so, all right, it'll say here, of course, right? So you pick periods 1 through 7. Okay, and so, right, so you want to go here and click on your period. Okay, and so whichever period. And so I'll go back to physics. So right, yours to here because I haven't done your key yet. So, right. And so what I'll do is I'll go through first. I got to figure out what questions that I missed. Okay. And so for both classes, I emailed you guys out your scores. It'll look something like this. This is what the environmental science test scores would look like. And then this one here, this is what the Newton's laws exam would look like. And so when you click on this one, right, it'll show you which ones you missed. Okay, and so it'll tell you. So on here, I put on here the numbers. So question 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. So that way you know which one to correct. And so earlier on, I did not have that on there, but I've since taken care of that after a few of you guys have kind of voiced some concern over that. And so same way with earth science. So it will, or environmental science. So you go through, this will show you which questions you missed, right, and which ones you should have had. And so then, of course, when you go to the form, what you're going to be doing, your form on this side will look like so, right? So that way I will check to see if you have the right answer and the reasons why. Okay, and so let me show you some examples of not good. Hey, I looked in my notes. So you probably need a little bit better explanation than that one. And so, so as you're going through, you're selecting which ones that you missed. And so when you go, of course, go back to your form, you just go to next. Okay, and it asks you which one, which question do you want to start off with, or which question do you want to continue with, depending. Okay, and so say I missed question. So here we'll look back at one of the tests. Okay, and so like this one, that one they got it right, and so I'd go back over here to 7. So number 7 I missed. Okay, and so then when I go back to it, I'd look at number 7. Okay, and so, right, so then, of course, I click on 7, okay, and I hit next. Okay, and so what's going to happen is it's going to say, right, what's your answer do you think it's going to be? So in this case, of course, I'm not going to give you the answer, but it's not D, but I don't even think there's a D answer. And so you select on whichever one you go by, and so you look back at the question itself, okay, on the one that got emailed to you. So like this one, I put A, so then is it B, C, D, or E? And that depends. And I just, of course, put G because I didn't want people to think that that's the right answer. Okay, and then underneath it, say I pick G. And so I'd go through and say, all right, well, right, the change in state, how water enters the atmosphere. So how does water go from being on the ground to being in the atmosphere? So, of course, that is evaporation. So that would be A, B, C, or D. Okay, so now when I come back, I guess it was D. I guess I did this already. Okay, and so now, of course, the answer is D, right? And so you could say you looked on, right, when you created your water cycle diagram, when water cycle diagram was created, it was, of course, went from there to the air, right? And so you just go through and explain it like so. And so then you go here to next. Now, the important thing, you hit submit. If you do not hit submit, it does not remember your scores. Okay, so, and then when you come back, now you did number 7, and now, of course, then we go say we missed number 8, so everything else stays the same. Okay, so then I would go back here to 8, okay, and I do the exact same thing. Okay, so depending on how many questions you miss, this might take a little while. Okay, so, and the idea is that if for some reason my computer shut off at this point, I already did number 7. Okay, and so now it won't let you continue unless you answer all the questions. So again, check your emails. So the way I found your emails was I went here to search, okay, and I was searching for Unit 1 test for environmental science, okay, and of course with Newton, I could just search for Newton, okay, and so when you search for Newton, there's going to be some other things on there as well, but it'll say score released, okay, and so then that way, that's how you know that that's your scores. So hopefully that helps, right? If you have any questions, you can always text me on Remind. Thanks for watching.